Alright, morning guys. It's Tuesday 8th of July. We're back on Willow Lake for another go. Last time, I'm here with Josh obviously. Last time me and Josh fished here was October, 2023 I think it was. And we fished on the pegs at the far end there. That was when I had my PB catfish out of 82 pounds. But I finally, after multiple tries, been able to get on these swims at the near end of the lake. It's a really nice little setup. You've got Josh's swim down the end there, so he's got the whole sort of left hand side of the water. I'm going to be fishing this right hand bank peg, and I've basically got everything out in front of me and all this nice reed line, so I'm going to have a wander around there now, take a look, see what I can see. Josh has said he was here last night. He said he's heard some fish crashing down in that spot over there, so I'm going to have a quick wander around there, see what I can see, and then we'll get set up. So this is the bank I'm going to be fishing along. So I'm here for 48 hours. Josh has done last night as well, so he's done 72, or will have done 72. But there's no other peg until you get right round the corner here. So basically, all of this area is mine to fish to. If I just climb through here, you can see I've got a nice little baiting up spot. I've got the bait boat as well, so I can drive that out here. I've got this nice little reed line all the way along, and this tree here, so it looks like an absolutely stunning little spot to put a rig, certainly. So I'll get everything out the car and we'll get set up. Right, it's just gone 1 o'clock. As you can see, everything's set up. Got lots of space here, so able to set up the area really nicely. 3 rods out on the spot. Right hand rod I've put just off the edge of the reeds. Where's my finger gone? Oh geez. Just in this area here. Middle rod is out in front of the tree. As I was driving the bait boat around there, just checking the depths and what have you, saw a few fish appear on the deeper, and then left hand rod I've just gone straight out in front. Where are we? Just towards that swim there, and probably about 10 wraps or so out, 9 or 10 wraps. So we are fishing. Really happy with the spots, and we shall wait and see what the fish do, whether they think they're decent spots as well. But yeah, everything's set up, so gonna grab some lunch and chill for a few hours, watch the water, see what happens.
What is new about this then?
Right, just gone 3:30. We're just resetting my rods because the ducks decided to dive down on one of my spots. And now Josh's rod has gone screaming off. He didn't have anything overnight. I say he's been here since yesterday, didn't have anything yesterday, but this spot has now paid off. And as far into the bank as it can possibly get, and it's going to try and head round this corner. There's a lot of snags over there, so I do need to keep it away from it. There it is up on the top. So it doesn't look particularly big, but it's a fish, and that's the start that we were after, so I shall grab the net, so we're ready with that. At this rate we're going to be netting it under the tree because it's kiting round the corner, and so you have got a little bay round the corner here. There's a lot of overhanging branches, so we want to keep it well clear of those. If I come out on these tree stump, I can hopefully get it from here. Coming up. No, he's just going to turn again at the last second, and he's off again. He's coming in far too easily. Saw the net and spooked away, but he's in that time, in the net. Yeah, your net wasn't out. Right, he's in the net, so we'll get this one weighed up. It looks a pretty decent fish. It's definitely a 20 pounder, so we'll get him weighed up. Show you what we got. Right, here we are. 26 pounds 4 ounces. Didn't put up a huge fight, but good enough. It's a warm day today, so we'll get some quick pictures of this one, get him back, but nice way to start. Mid-20 to kick off the 48-hour session. Right, got his breath back and off he goes. In no great rush, but he's off.
Up to 5 in the afternoon.
You have to do your baiting up in stages here, because after the first 1 or 2 pouches of boilies going out with the catapult, all the seagulls appear and they dive on your spot, and after about the 3rd pouch you're lucky if any of them actually make it down to the lake bed. Right, just coming up to 8 o'clock. Just had to reset the right hand rod back over to where those ducks are because of the ducks. Although it was in 7.5 feet of water, a duck has managed to get all the way down there and start having a go at it, and my bobbin was jumping up and down quite merrily and starting to take line. And then as I lifted into it, a duck appeared on the surface, so I've just had to recast that one out. So yeah, all rods have had a bit of a refresh in the last couple of hours because of slight moves or whatever, so they're out for the night now. I've baited up around each of the areas with the catapult, just put some boilies over each spot, so they're set for the night, and providing we don't get more ducks diving, which as you can see straight away they're already doing. I'm not that close to it, fortunately. As I say, I'm further out because that if you're close to the reeds it is only about 4 feet of water, but they're still coming up with stuff over there, so I've put it slightly further out. It should definitely be in 8 feet of water where I am, but they're still getting down on it, so we'll see what's going on over the next few hours. I haven't seen any fish generally topping out this evening yet, but hopefully in the next half hour or so they'll start and we'll get a better idea where they are. Right, morning guys. It's just gone about 7:15. Been no activity overnight for me. There was a single beep on the left hand rod, but that was it. I haven't been woken up by Josh, so I'm assuming he's had no interest either. I did hear one guy have a run in the night over the far side, or over the back there somewhere. I think that was about 4 o'clock in the morning. But other than that, it's been very, very quiet. Josh was the only person to have any fish on the lake yesterday. The owner walked around and spoke to everybody else, and they hadn't had any interest. So Josh had one yesterday. Guy at the back had one very early hours of the morning. So that's it. Been watching the water, not seeing anything really. There's a few bubbles coming up here and there, but I've not seen any fish showing. We had very little activity through the evening yesterday as well with fish shows. There was a couple of crashes out, but mostly just to the right where that swim is. It was just around the corner, so the guy over there has got a rig on that area. 3 or 4 times a fish came out in that space, but again, no interest across the afternoon or evening for him either. So we're going to leave it another hour or two, couple of hours, get through bite time, and then we shall have a rethink, refresh of the rigs. But as I said, for now I'm seeing very little activity to guide me as to where else to go, so we shall see what happens. Right, it's just gone 10 o'clock. We've re-baited all of the rods, given them a bit of a freshen up. That right hand one I've left over towards the reeds towards where the ducks are. the two other rods, I've taken the one off of that margin spot, put them both out in the middle, and as you can see I've spodded out a mix of pellets and boilies. And basically I've got a rig either end of that spod, so we've created a bit of a bed out there. I had a bit of a lead around, and at about 8.5 wraps I found a fairly nice little hard spot, a bit of gravel. So I've put the rigs either side of that, a load of pellet and boilies on top, and we will see if that brings anything across the day. It's temperatures are already sort of up in the low 20s, sort of 22, 23. It's supposed to go up to about 26, 27 today, and we've got a bit of cloud cover coming in around lunchtime for a few hours, but then after that it looks like it's going to get clear skies, and certainly all tomorrow. So I think our best bet is probably over the next few hours and then overnight. Right, just coming up to 11:30. You can see we've got a bit more cloud cover. Breeze is still blowing into our faces, so things are certainly looking better on the fishing front with regards to the weather. We just need the carp to start playing ball, but certainly for the next few hours this is kind of what the weather's supposed to be doing, so hopefully we can get a bit more cloud cover, bit of drop in pressure, and hopefully the fish might be a little bit more willing to play ball. But say the rigs are out on the spot, we're going to leave them for the next few hours as a minimum, see what happens. Right, it's just gone 3 o'clock. I've just had a recast of this right hand rod. We'd had a fish crash out over towards the tree just in front of this reed area. When I went over there and had a look, I could one spooked from the edge, and then as you can see from the footage, another one came in. It was basically right in front of these tree trunks here, down by my feet. So it's like we've had a recast a bit further out and tight to the reeds, or tighter to the reeds in front of that tree there. So hopefully we've definitely got a fish in the area. There's quite possibly a few of them over there, so we will see if anything comes of that. But it's nice to know that there's definitely one over there, possibly more. Right, just coming up to 8 o'clock. I just went and had another wander round to that tree spot, and lo and behold, whilst I was stood there, I didn't take my phone with me so I didn't film it, but there was a nice big ghost common came into that spot right next to the tree trunk. where sort of these pair of trees here came right in next to it. Shortly afterwards a black common came and joined it. They both sat there for a few minutes with me, sort of stood very still watching them, and then slowly sort of left the swim. Came back and told Josh about it, and just as I was telling him about it, what looked like the ghost common just leapt clear out the water right on top of my spot. So again, they're definitely in the area. There's a lot of fish frequenting that area. Every time I've gone over there 4 times now across the 2 days, and each time I've gone there there's been fish going into that area and swimming around. So that definitely looks like a good spot for the night, and because of that I've moved my other one, as you saw on the cast, sort of off this reed bed. I didn't want to go too close into the reeds because it does shallow up, and with the ducks being over there I didn't want them diving down on it. So they both should be in a fairly decent amount of water, and in fact when I was over there I could see that the bank goes out to where the little reeds are. Where are we? Just in front of the trees there. It's only 18 inches deep or so, and then you can see it drops right off. So that's where I'm sat. We're just going to see, hopefully, if we can get another show from them, see if we can get that on the film as well. But it's a very sunny, warm evening, not very much else going on, so that is definitely the spot to watch for now. Right, it's just gone 20 to 9, and Josh has just had a bit of play on this left hand rod. Hasn't gone screaming. That was definitely a fish. Crashing out underneath. So we're just waiting to see if it's going to do anything, or whether it was just a bit of a liner. But there was quite a few beeps. It doesn't look like it's going to go. Right, we've got something in the net. It's just gone 12:15, and we have been rewarded with a run off of the right hand spot under the tree. It's not what we're here for, but it's a 6 pound 4 ounce tench, my biggest ever tench. So nice that I've got something to celebrate to a degree. But as I say, it's not the carp we're here for, but we shall get a quick picture of this, get this back, and then get that rod back out on as close to the spot as I can get it. We'll go from there. But nice little blank saver, even if it's not the carp. Right, morning guys. It's just gone 7 o'clock. Been no other activity overnight, so that tench at just after midnight was the only fish I think that's probably come out all night. I didn't hear anybody else's alarms going. Josh certainly hasn't had anything, and other than a set of ducks diving down on spots, it's been very, very slow and quiet on the lakes. They've got to be packed up and off the lakes by 10 o'clock, so I'm going to start packing things down now, and obviously then just leave the rods and the essentials for the rest of the time that we've got here. So if we don't get anything else, which unfortunately looks unlikely, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you again. But We will certainly be back here. We've learnt a bit. It's just keep plugging away until we get our success.